Today, I'm sharing all the simple ways that we are resetting and refreshing our home for the fall season. I'm so excited to make some changes this season, reevaluate what is working in our home, what is not working, and make a cozy environment for our family. Join me, and I hope that this will inspire you to think of some simple ways to refresh your home as well. As we head into the cooler weather where the days are shorter and it feels like the nights are longer, I am trying to transition our home into a more cozy environment. And one way I like to do that is just switching around some of my decorations. A lot of the things that I'm showing you here, I already own, and I'm just moving them around for a fresh new look. And my kids especially love when I do this because they feel like it looks so cozy and warm. My oldest son commented on this and how he loves fall because I bring out all the candles and he just loves that cozy feel. This vase right here, I did find at a thrift store. You can see this in the video where my mom and I went thrifting. This was a controversial pick. Some people loved it, some people hated it, but it's kind of nice just to bring something used and something that has a history into my home, even if it's just for one season. I like to do that, especially if I'm buying it from the thrift store. I kind of think of the thrift store as a library where I can get something for the season and then return it if I'm done with it at the end of that season. I just got some clippings from the backyard to add to that. And now I am working on a tablescape for my dining room table. This is going to be a short-lived, fun thing to do. I just wanted to decorate this. And again, this is just literally for myself to make something pretty for the day. I know that this will not stay here because we use this table for arts, crafts, homework, and everything else, but it's kind of pretty sometimes and fun to take a moment to make a pretty tablescape, even if I know it's only for me and only for a few hours. One of the simple ways that I like to refresh for every season is just to tidy up and clean my home. I know a lot of us focus on spring cleaning and deep cleaning in the spring, but usually every season I like to look around my house and see what I can clean and how I can reset it if all of the ways I have my home organized are still working for me, and what can be improved upon or what can be changed for it to function better for us. Another change I'm making is in our bedroom. I just want to cozy it up by adding some candles. Yes, they're faux candles, but they're really nice to put on at night when I'm reading my book or just relaxing in bed. And I feel our bedroom is just a place where we want to have a serene, calm feeling. It's very important to me to feel cozy in our home no matter what the season. So that is one change that I'm making in our bedroom, which actually leads me to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Brooklinen. Brooklinen creates a variety of high quality soft home essentials. We sleep on our sheets every single night, so it's worth spending on to get high quality soft sheets. This is Brooklinen's organic cotton hardcore sheet bundle in Marina Blue. We really wanted to add another pop of color to our home. We love color, so this was the perfect thing for a change of pace in this room. This is where we hang out with our kids when we're reading books. I love to read in here before I go to bed at night. The hardcore bundles come with everything: a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, a duvet cover, and 4 pillowcases. These sheets are super breathable and they're great for hot summer nights because we live in a very warm climate and we're both hot sleepers. This is the perfect thing for my husband and me. Instead of buying individual items, by purchasing a hardcore bundle, which includes a core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover, you can save a ton. You can choose to mix and match from a variety of colors and patterns to fit your particular style. Get 15% off your first Brooklinen order and go to bit.ly/Shannon and Torrens to shop and save extra when you bundle. Here is another really cool item that I found at the thrift store. We stopped by really quick because my oldest son needed some special items, clothing items for a camping trip, and I found this basket at a really good price, and I thought, why not bring another pop of color into my home for this season? Another project we are starting to work on this fall is our side yard. So we completely redid our backyard, and I can link that video down below, but we didn't work on this side yard area, and my husband has been busy working on this for the last few months, but we're finally going to be finishing up this project this fall with the cooler weather. And I am so excited because it's going to look beautiful. And another change I want to mention is that I am going to be sharing a lot more about our simplified life on here, sticking with organizing, of course, decluttering, and all the before and after home projects and makeovers. And I just wanted to mention that I feel the words simplified and clutter-free really describe my home and how I want to live my life, and not necessarily the wording minimalism anymore. I love for my home to be filled with unique objects, and I feel that we are clutter-free, only keeping the items that we truly enjoy and love and use. But I do not feel we are very minimal anymore. At least I don't feel that word is applying to how my home looks anymore. I do feel there are very minimal aspects of our lives, and then there are parts that have more things. But I'm definitely identifying with the words clutter-free and simplified more than minimalism now. Comment below and let me know what you think. Do you identify with those words more? It just gives me more freedom than I've felt in a really long time to be thinking of my home as clutter-free and simplified rather than minimalist. Another change I'm focusing on this season is buying less packaged foods. We've already been doing this for quite a while now, but I really want to focus on making my own treats and sweets for the boys, making my own bread. We already eat every single meal at home. It's rare that we go out to eat, but I want to focus on more nutritional ingredients and making things from scratch and less packaging. Something new I'm learning and picking up that I'm going to be focusing on for the fall and winter is milling my own flour. I got this Nutri-Mill and I ordered these whole berries. I'm super excited to start trying to make a more nutritious flour for our family, make more of my own bread. It's going to be a learning process, so you can follow along on this journey. I will just be talking about this in the videos like this where I'm working on things in my house, but this is something that I'm just excited about and trying to make more food from home, from scratch. I mean, ideally, I would love to make all of our own bread, all of our own snacks, everything from scratch. But I'm only one person, and I just know from being on my decluttering journey that things just take time, and as you go, you learn more and more. So I just made this flour here, ground it up, and that's the easy part. The harder part is trying to figure out recipes that I really like and switching out the regular flour for this, because there is a little bit of a learning curve there. One thing I'm thinking about making right now are these zucchini muffins, but with the freshly milled flour. I just made some banana bread. I will let you know how that turns out. I did that with the freshly milled flour, but I'm just excited about this journey. And yeah, I'll be sharing a little bit about that here. Also, if you have any interest in all of this, I will have a link in the description box to my blog where I will have more information on all the different things. If you're looking for links, that's where it will be, always in the description box. Time to make some oil-free chocolate zucchini muffins. I'm excited about this. Part of having a cozy home for me is having some nutritious treats for my kids. And I'm trying so hard to work on this and have these available for them. It's so easy to just grab some packaged food that isn't very nutritious. And I know I'm not perfect. I do that as well because there isn't always time for everything in a day, but I'm trying really hard to switch over. Here's the banana bread. It came out delicious. You can find that recipe on the Oh She Glows blog. And then these zucchini muffins were also delicious with the freshly milled flour. I'm shocked that I'm finally starting to figure out the ratios that I need to make the switch over to the freshly milled flour. It has been a little bit of a learning curve, but it's actually working and I'm super excited about it.
Oh, okay. It actually came out good. The key was to add more flour and cook it longer. It's good. I'm excited.
One of my go-to ways to decorate is with plants. I love this because they're affordable, they bring life into our home, and we really enjoy live plants. We love looking at them. They actually move sometimes on their own at night. We can watch them move. It's just something that we all truly love. And I do find there is a fine line between having too much decor and having just enough to make my home feel cozy and warm. And once in a while, I like to refresh the plants by just cutting off the dead things and replanting all the spindly little bits to make it a fuller plant. This is a plant we've had up here for quite a long time. Actually, all these plants are things that we've had in our house for years now. These chairs are about 5 years old now. We bought them at Costco when we first moved in here, and I truly love them. They're very comfortable. The only issue is that they're such a light material that they just tend to get dirty really easily. So I'm thinking about possibly making some covers for them. One of my favorite ways to refresh a space without having to buy anything and with very little effort is just to move the furniture around to give the space an entirely new feel. Recently, we brought the couch further away from the wall. And then as you can see right now, I'm just making this into more of a little vignette of its own, where I'm hoping with the lamp here, my boys can sit and read. My hope is that this will be a cozy place to hang out this fall and winter. You might recognize this blanket from the video where my mom and I went thrifting and found some fall decor. This has turned out to be a really cute blanket. I washed it up. It smells great now. And this is the perfect thing to add a little bit of a fall feel to this area of the room. I like to decorate with fabrics, so switching out pillow covers is a wonderful way to give a space a new feel, a fresh, vibrant look without having to store a bunch of pillows. So I just have different covers. So each season I can change from a more summery feel to fall, winter, spring, whatever it is, with just changing out the pillow covers and not having to store a ton of decorative pillows. This is also a really affordable way to switch things out. And then, of course, I am always cleaning because that can make a space feel completely different. Just freshening everything up because I'm switching around some things on the shelves. I take that opportunity to do some dusting and, of course, vacuuming. That happens all the time, but I have been very vigilant to vacuum up all the corners of the ceilings and places where spiders tend to hide this time of the year. I was unsure what I wanted to do in the living room around the TV for decor, but I really wanted to switch it out and add something different than just plants. And this might just be a seasonal thing. I'm not really sure if I'm going to like this long term, but I went and got a frame from Michael's and I tried to get the same, I think this is the same exact frame that we have in our bedroom. So if for some reason we decide not to use it in the living room, we can always use it somewhere else. It matches another frame, which is really cool. And then I talked to my mom and I said, I think we had some fall themed art that we had done. This is something that she had created a while back. It's a watercolor of some pumpkins. And I thought, this is the perfect thing. So my idea is that this will sit on the shelf and then we can just switch out the art seasonally. And I think that might be really fun. And we could even put some of the kids' art in there and just make it more unique to our home. And anyhow, so I think I will probably put this up on my Etsy. So if any of you guys do want to find this, you can. And then while I was thinking along these lines, I also found the fall art that I created last November, and I already have this up on my Etsy store, so you can go and find that there if you're interested as a digital download. And then my mom had this frame already, so I'm going to frame this, and then this could go in the kitchen or somewhere else in the house just to add a little bit more fall vibes in the house. Switching art around in our home is another one of my favorite ways to make a space look a little different without a lot of effort. This is something that my husband and I do all the time. We move art from one place to another. It just gives it a different feel, again, without having to really buy anything. And since we both paint, my mom paints, I paint, and my husband does some painting once in a while, so we can actually just create a piece of art. You can also go on Etsy and get really cool digital downloads where you print them yourself and frame them for a different feel in your home and not having to invest a ton of money. So this is how it looks as it's finally decorated. Because I put that there, I decided to switch out the two different plants. I took this plant from the kitchen. I'm just continually moving things around until I get it exactly how I like it. When I was at Michael's, I ended up finding these two faux candles, and I just couldn't pass them up because they looked so real. I think these would be cute all times of the year in our home. And again, I'm trying to give that cozy, warm feel. So these candles all come on their own at night, and it just gives our house this warm, cozy vibe that I absolutely love. Comment below and let me know what you're doing in your home this fall and winter, what things you're changing or updating. I always love connecting with all of you in the comments. If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video and you think someone would like it, please share it with your friends and family. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.